wanna have fun, run around, run around. I just wanna have fun, run around.
Hello and welcome. I am Sarah, and this is my lovely co-host Jessie.
Oh my God! Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm a bit.
I can't talk in a normal voice when someone's like, "Oh hi, this is Jessie." Like, "Oh hey," like
Yeah.
never is normal.
You're like, "Hi, I'm Jessie."
You're like, weird face. Like make
Weird
a
face.
make a like smile in the photo, and then you make like the weirdest face.
This is your face. I'm all right, Jessie. I've got a bit of a sore throat, but I'm a
Sucks.
professional. I'm a professional, and I'm gonna pull through.
Just have a shot of tequila. You'll be fine.
Oh yeah, that's a really good idea. It does.
Wait.
It kills the germs.
Wait, when
Tequila
you were-
kills germs.
It's supposed to. When you were a kid, did your parents give you cough medicine or did they give you like whiskey?
Cough medicine.
My dad definitely gave us whiskey. Like,
Hot toddy.
no, he would just be like, "Oh, if you're sick, here you go." And then we'd drink it and we're like, "Oh my God, it's so gross."
That's a 5-star parenting right there.
But you know, like back in the early 1900s, they used to actually like prescribe that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they also used to put cocaine and meth in cough mixture as well.
they did. Yes, they did. And
Let's go back to that era.
Yeah. Oh my God. Can you imagine if there like things were laced with cocaine? Everyone would just be like all the time.
I'd be feeling really good right now.
Yeah, you would.
I'd be feeling perky.
I bet you
This coffee's going to kick in.
Bet you could find some of that in Thailand.
I bet you could find anything in Thailand.
I bet you could.
Who's watching Love Island?
No, it's Love is Blind.
Oh, Love is Blind UK. Love is Blind UK. Who's
Okay,
watching it?
so this is where our podcast started, remember?
Yes, Love is Blind USA.
Yeah, but now it's Love is Blind UK.
Is this so different? So I haven't watched it yet. Jessie's been watching a bit. I think I'm going to spend my weekend, especially if I'm not feeling well. I think I'm going to start it.
Do it. Just binge it. But you know what I do? Yeah. I don't like watch the whole thing. I like fast forward a lot.
But it's so, I think it's important to fast forward, but it's so hard not to get so emotionally involved in Love Island. No, Love is Blind. Oh my God, why do I keep saying that?
Love is Blind.
It's so hard not to get emotionally invested. And I think after the US season, I don't know if I'm ready.
Okay, so I think you should. And that brings me to the I think I love you. Like there's this one guy, oh my God. And he like, he's like, yeah, I think I love you. Like
after what? How many dates?
No, this is like still in the pods because she's like crying and then she's like, oh my God, like I just want this to be real and I love you. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to do everything for you. And then he's like, yeah, I think I love you. Like the fact that you put the word think in there is like the biggest red flag ever.
And the fact that you don't know this person at all.
Exactly. So then, okay, I'm just going to spoil this one part for you. So then they're like meeting and then the doors open and they're like, oh my God, like you're so cute. Oh, you're so hot. And like kissing and whatever, you know.
So weird when they kiss straight away.
It's so cringe. Like I feel
cringe.
like it makes me want to gag so bad.
Yeah.
And it's awkward. Like you can tell that it's so fucking awkward. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, then they're going to leave and then like he's almost to the door and turns around and looks at her and he's like, yeah, I think I love you again. And then
like trying to tell himself to believe it.
Yeah. And then they go in the thing and he goes, yeah, she didn't say I love you back. Well, duh, you dum-dum. It's because you said, I think I love you, you idiot. Like
it was like when with Chelsea and what's the guy's name? Chelsea and
Oh, the super hot guy?
oh my god, no.
What Chelsea? Oh, Chelsea and oh, I
Oh my
know.
god, what is his name? It's like he kept going like, "Oh, you know," and he kept trying to like say things out loud to try and convince himself that
Izzy?
he felt that way.
Was it Izzy?
No, the guy.
Wasn't that his name?
No.
I'm too confused.
Oh my god, it hasn't been that long, has it? Our brains.
No, I
Anyway,
know.
it's like they just say these words out loud to believe it,
Yeah,
to convince
exactly.
themselves it's real. How different is it versus the US one?
No, it's pretty much the same.
Okay.
Like it's all like it's like watching a train wreck. It's very cringe and just like not great. I have to spoil one more part with you.
Okay.
So
Spoiler alert.
So Tom and this girl, I can't remember, like she's gorgeous, but she's got like the most big, beautiful lips. Like she's a makeup artist. And so she's like done her lips all red, like really nice, like looks really good. And then she like meets Tom, like the door's open, and then they start kissing, and he's got like red lipstick fucking smeared all over his lips and his face. It is so funny.
That's really funny. That's come on, think about it.
Yeah. I mean,
And also, now there's these lipsticks that don't stain, but that's really funny.
yeah, he really went for it, and it was pretty funny.
Okay, so where's everyone up to now on it? Is it already out, all out?
I think
Or are they kind of,
yeah, I think the whole thing is out.
are we behind? Has it been out for a while?
I think it's been out for a week, almost 2 weeks now.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so yes, we are very behind.
We are a bit behind too about the Ends With Us drama.
Oh my God, I know.
So much drama.
Okay,
We have to talk about it.
Yeah, so can I just back up to when we read this story, this novel in book club, and how much you hated it? Like it was a real trigger for you?
Yeah, so someone was like, oh, you should read It Ends With Us. It's such a great book, such an easy read. And at the time, it was really popular with like teens as well.
Really?
You know, yeah.
I would not let my teenager read that yet.
I feel like everyone and their dog had read it. So we were like, let's read it for our book club. And it
and their dog.
it just wasn't, when I read it, it was not what I thought it was. I thought it was a romantic comedy. It is not. It is in a way, but it's also about, you know, domestic violence, sexual abuse, a few other things in there that are not to be taken lightly.
Yeah.
And when we did the book club, everyone was like, I liked it. It was good. But I really hated it.
Yeah,
I hated
you
it.
were pissed. You were
I
like,
was like, this is not
okay.
what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now it comes out and it's polarizing everyone with the movie drama with Blake Lively and Justin
Baldoni.
Baldoni. Yes. So whose team are you on, Jessie? Are you on Team Blake or Team Justin?
I've always loved Justin. And actually, I was really annoyed when he took the role for this movie. But now that everything has come out afterwards and how he's like, this role really affected me, it was really hard to play someone like that. Like, I really respect him as an actor because he's really freaking good.
But he directed it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, or produced or directed. He is the one that wanted this movie out to turn this book into a movie. And he wanted, obviously, to, you know, try and portray like the nuances of the movie, the domestic violence as well. And Blake Lively's come out, and apparently they had a lot of creative differences, and she was it seems like she was trying to like take over the directing in the movie. So they had that clash. And now she's promoting it, and it's all like rainbows and butterflies, and everyone's like, wait a minute.
Yes.
This is a serious movie, but it's being promoted as a rom-com, and Blake Lively is just flitting around in like pretty dresses, and I haven't seen Justin Baldoni around. I think something is like, it's really bad.
No, I think it really affected him doing this movie.
Yeah. But it's really interesting reading all the comments because people are divided. They're like, I love this movie. It was great. You know, everyone's looking into it. Blake can do no wrong. And then other people are like, she's so tone deaf in this, and like she really needs to.
Yeah, but her and Ryan Reynolds, like they're just Hollywood, right? Like they're just those people, and I don't know. I think that they are very flashy and just always trying to get camera time, and
Yeah. Ryan and Blake are giving me the ick.
yeah, same. I
It's a
think
bit
just
desperate.
they're just like parading around, and it just like, yeah, I think
Yeah.
with both the movies coming out, like it's been a bit much.
Someone said, oh, she really wanted her Barbie moment, but she's more getting her Oppenheimer moment.
I mean, it's true.
And now they're saying Verity, the other Colleen Hoover book, is coming out. They're going
What's
to
that?
make a movie adaptation. I don't know. I'm not reading any more Colleen Hoover books. I'm done.
Same.
One is
Yeah,
enough.
same.
Tell you what I'm obsessed with.
What?
Court of Thorns and Roses. It's probably Court of Roses and Thorns. I don't know. But
Wait,
I don't know who the author is.
it's a court of roses and thorns or something, because there's an acronym people keep saying, and I'm like,
Aqaba.
Akabar.
Court.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I read, everyone was talking about it, and I'm like, oh, God. Every time there's a book that's hyped up, I never really love them. But I was like, you know what? I'm going on holiday. I've got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
Really?
I'm on the second one, something of Mist and Fury. And it's 4 series. So good. Love it. I need to credit the author because I'm obsessed. I've never really read like fantasy, fiction, Faerie Smut before. I'm into it.
Well, I didn't either until my teenager was like, hey, Mom, can you read these books? And I was like, sure. And then I was like, oh, dang.
They're so easy to read.
I know. That's why I like it, because you just like whiz through it. And then it's like, but you know, like I hate it when it's over, because I'm like, oh, this is so sad. Like I'm not going to have Beatrice and Saphronia with me anymore. Like, oh.
And I have to go back to the real world.
Wah,
Meh.
wah.
Yeah, so I just went straight into the second one, which I'm loving.
Cool.
So yeah, I think it's a great book. These kind of books are actually really good for teenagers, because the one I'm reading, it's very girl power. She's like, I don't know. I just really love, I think it's a great harmless book for kids to read. Not kids, but tweens.
Okay,
teens.
maybe I'll get it and then I'll have her read it. I think she'd like it.
Okay, so the first one apparently isn't as smutty, but as they go, it gets a bit more.
Yeah, but she's getting older. We'll see. We'll see.
She'll be like, Mom, I can't believe you recommended me this book.
Yeah.
Do you remember when, I was going to say, do you remember when you were a kid and like there was a sex scene came on when you were like watching TV with your parents? Like I wanted the room to swallow me up. I couldn't do it. I'd be like, I gotta go to the toilet.
Yeah,
I would just like leave.
So you're going to get some snacks. Especially if your dad was in the room and be like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing.
Like you don't even want to breathe. You're just like.
Yeah, like just get it over with. Is it over yet?
But kids today will never really know that struggle, I feel like.
Never, ever. They won't. I think
they got their own iPads, Netflix,
yeah,
their own
but
accounts.
Don't you think it's because we're also like very open with them?
Maybe we think that. Maybe they really do die of embarrassment.
Yeah, I feel like mine don't. I mean, Olive was very embarrassed when I had the restaurant sing her happy birthday, but that's a different kind of embarrassment, right?
She's writing that down for future therapy sessions.
Yeah, for sure.
And then she made the whole restaurant sing in front of me.
Can you believe it? How could she?
Oh, bless her.
Yeah, so funny. They went to the water park the other day, like because some of the kids are on school holidays, and so they were
never-ending school holidays.
Yeah, except they've been in all summer and now they're doing school holidays. So it's very okay for me. Like this is fine. But my teenager came back and she goes, Mommy, we saw a boy with a 6-pack. And I was like, oh my God.
Just like her mother, taking after her mum.
For sure. I was like, well, did you talk to him? She's like, no.
Don't be ridiculous.
Why did I do that? So
I
cute.
just stared at him. Oh, that's so cute. How old was he?
Yeah, I think he was like 16. But I think like it's funny that they're like starting to get interested in boys and like it's almost like a little bit boy crazy, which is really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noticing the physical attributes.
Yes. Yeah, because anytime I would be like, look at the singer for Imagine Dragons, he's so hot. And they'd be like, oh. But now they'll realize that he's got like a six pack. He's like exercises all the time.
Oh my God. Yeah. His body is out of control.
Yeah, he's super hot.
That's
Yeah.
really funny. But you're not going to be taking them when they come to Singapore.
I know.
You won't be able to drool over him.
Yeah, but I think, well, yeah, maybe I come to Bangkok by myself and then we go.
We just drool over his
Yeah.
body. See you, kids.
Like, bye.
Mum's out.
You're
Mum's
so
night
hot.
out.
Yeah, but yeah, he's hot.
Is he married?
I think so. And he's Mormon. He's married and Mormon.
Well, we know what the Mormons are like.
Swinging.
Freaky-dicky.
They're getting freaky deaky. But I heard that a lot of those Mormons weren't, or a lot of the girls on that show aren't even Mormon or something, or they're not devout or
So
I don't know.
the trailer came out and it's showing a lot more behind the scenes and I am so pumped to watch this.
Me too. It's going to be so good. When does it start?
Maybe-
September 6th, right?
Yeah, soon. I'm so excited. I think maybe they married. I don't know, but do you like have to be a Mormon to marry? Like, I don't know what the rules are. I don't know.
Okay, so they talked about the soft swinging, and I thought it was where you were like, yeah,
Yes,
you're like
no.
hooking up in the same room right next to each other, right?
No, they were swapping husbands in
Oh,
the same room.
in the same room next to
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
So it's basically like an orgy, but not
That's what I said. It's basically an orgy.
weird.
Also, I saw one of the husbands and he's so fucking ugly.
I thought most of them were. I was like, ew.
Ew.
Like-
The women are all like really beautifully done up, hair extensions, makeup, the whole thing. And like the husbands are so scrawny and
I
gross.
know, but also no wonder why they want to swap. Like, ew.
Yeah. Ew, my husband's gross. Can I have yours?
Can I have your gross husband instead?
Yeah.
So I have to update everyone on the date situation. Okay.
Oh yeah. Wait, let me just preface what happened. Last week's episode, we were talking about dating disasters.
2 guys, right?
2 guys. We needed some advice. There was wine guy and there was tennis guy.
Yeah. So
And let's just replay the clip now of you talking about tennis guy.
So I gave
That
him
is
the
so
thumbs up
good.
emoji. And then he just came out of the woodwork and was like, hey, I've been thinking about you and I didn't really know if you wanted to talk to me. I really loved our dates and I want to go play tennis. And by the way, this is a completely separate story, if you can't tell.
I think I know which one you're talking about, the tennis guy.
Okay, so do you want the update of wine guy first or tennis guy?
Oh, okay, yes. Update us on everyone.
Okay, so wine guy was like slow in his text messages and whatever. And so like almost immediately after we filmed this podcast, it was so funny. Like, I mean, it wasn't funny, but he was like, oh, by the way, like, I just think that we're too busy to like hang out and like get together. And because the night before he had like a night to himself or whatever, he's like, I feel like we're just too busy. So I hope that you understand, like, all the best. And I just was like, well, we aren't too busy. Like, I'm the one who's trying to like get together, but I appreciate your honesty, but you don't like need to bring we into this. But thanks for letting me know. Bye.
Thumbs up.
But then he was
Peace
like,
out.
he's like, oh, but I would really like to be friends. And I was like, well, I don't. In the text message, I said, I don't really want to be friends with someone that I'd rather date. So thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Yeah. And obviously, like, it hurts to get rejected, but it's also like, I think this happens a lot in Singapore when you just like show a little bit of interest in someone instead of ignoring them forever, then they just are like, oh, you know, like they just get, I don't know, freaked out or something.
Or he just could be, how old is he? 54, 52?
52.
Maybe he's got commitment issues.
Oh, it's a possibility. It's a
You know?
possibility. Yeah, I do know.
Yeah, I know. So then, okay, update. So I'm sorry to hear about that, but at least you can, that's done and dusted.
Yeah, well,
Put it
and
on the
this is
shelf.
well, and this is what I said because someone's like, "Oh, are you sad?" And I was like, "Well, actually, they like weed themselves out, so it's really
Yeah.
good, right?" So, yeah, if somebody's weeding themselves out, and I don't have to like spend time getting to know them, and then like being like, "Oh, you're actually like fucking weird," or like, "I don't like you," you
Yeah.
know?
It's your time and energy.
Yeah, exactly.
You just saved
So,
yourself a lot.
so yeah, it's fine. It's good.
It's fine.
It's fun. No, I definitely, we only went on 2 dates. I definitely did not shed any tears over this dude.
Okay, good.
But I think but I was actually like being cheeky and kind of trying to push him to like say something like that because he like, I don't like to get ghosted. Like that doesn't feel
No.
good, but like, let's be adults and just like say what you want or whatever, you know?
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, I feel like I'm really good about that, especially over text message.
Closure.
Closure, yes. So then the other guy, tennis
Tennis
guy.
guy.
Okay, so this evolved very rapidly and it was really funny. So like on a Tuesday,
We did the podcast on a Sunday.
yeah, and then
2 days later.
yeah, he's like, "Hey, do you want to like what are you doing this weekend?" And I said, "Oh, I don't have any plans on Saturday. Like I'm getting back from Delhi on Saturday, so I'll probably just like sleep all day." And he goes, "Do you want to get a couples massage with me?"
This is someone you haven't heard from in like 6 months.
So long. And
Maybe
of
he
course,
listens to the podcast.
he
Maybe
maybe
messaged
he
you on
does.
Tuesday.
I don't know. Maybe he does. And anyway, of course, I was like, yeah, sure. Because selfishly, I want him to pay for me to get a massage. I'm like,
Smart.
yeah,
Smart.
sure. So it was so random and really funny because we meet, we haven't seen each other in a while. It's like, oh, hey, how are you? And then we go straight into the massage place because we couldn't meet any earlier. And then we didn't get to go in the same room. And he's like, oh, no, we have to be in the same room. And I was like,
Do we?
I was like, really? Because I was like thinking of just like getting the massage and like leaving 5 minutes early and never seeing you again. So anyway, we get in the same room. He made a big stink about it. He's like, no, we have to be in the same room. Like we don't get a couples massage and go in different rooms. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then like afterwards, I was like, why do you have a bag? Like he had like a leather, like kind of like Puma, like crossbody, but like bigger, like almost like a weekender bag, but like a gym bag kind of. And, and I'm like, why do you have a bag with you? And he goes, oh, well, my sister and her kids have taken over my house and I can't sleep on the couch another night. I've been sleeping on the couch the whole weekend. And I was like, oh, so where are you going to stay? And he's like, well, I was thinking of to get a hotel at the St. Regis or to get a room at the
Nice.
St. Regis.
Nice.
He's like, let's walk over there and get some wine. And I was like, yeah, sure. Because now he's like bought me a massage and now he's going to buy me the wine he said he was going to buy me. So like go
And
there.
then a free hotel room.
Yeah. Go there, have a couple glasses of wine. And then I was like, just like, don't get a hotel room. Just like come to my house. It's fine. Like, it's fine.
Boy,
Just come
that
to my house.
escalated.
It escalated really fast. And he's like, well, I don't want to like impose. And I was like, come on, man. Like, this was your plan the whole time. Like, come on. Whatever. Anyway. So,
I know you. You know you. Come
yeah.
on.
Like, I can see through your bullshit right now. Like, who shows up with a bag?
Wow, that is the most extreme way to get a booty call I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
I mean,
Just show up with an overnight bag.
yeah. Buy me a massage. Give me some wine. I'm cool with it. But yeah, so anyway, like it was good. We like didn't get much sleep, obviously, but then we had like some chats and he's like, why did like it was so funny. Also, I'm not a cuddler. I don't know about you, but I'm like I don't want to spoon with you. You're a human heater. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, it's not for me. That's not my
Yeah.
thing. Are you?
We've done what we need to do, and then let's just separate.
Go to your side of the bed now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on my side. You go on your side.
For sure.
At one point, he's like looking into my eyes, and he's like, "Why did you quit messaging me?" And then I looked at him, dead serious, and I was like, "Because you're a shitty communicator." And he was like,
Wow.
"Wait." He was like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have to be honest, and I know I've told you this over text message, but you are a terrible communicator. Like, if you want to hang out with me, you need to at least make an effort sometimes and be like, 'Hey, how are you?' and not at 2 a.m. Like, that's fucked."
Oh, snap.
Yeah. And he was like, oh yeah, okay. And I'm like, okay. And guess what? He's been like messaging me every day.
This is the problem, because sometimes like we overanalyze things, but at the end of the day, boys are just simple creatures, and like sometimes you just have to tell them what to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
you just
does he like me? Does he not? It's like, no, actually, he just doesn't know what to do. You just tell him what to do.
Yeah. Yes. I think this is what I'm realizing. Like, as I get older and as I'm dating, like, they're just very simple. Like, very, very
Simple
simple
creatures.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what happened to Wine Guy.
That's so funny.
Then I was like, oh, well, I'm like really busy this month, so I'll just see you in September. And he's like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Wow. So
Yeah.
the ball is in your court. The ball is firmly in your court.
But you know what? It's crazy. Like, when I like don't actually care or like give too much thought into, like, because I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like, if I see him again, great. If I see him next year, then fine. Like.
But that's how, isn't that how we should be? Like, what is that book? How to Not Give a Fuck.
Oh yeah, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. But sometimes when you're dating, it's like really hard to not be in your head. But I feel like
Definitely.
now that I've been dating for 7 years post divorce, it's like, whatever.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it.
It's hard to be present, I feel like, when you're dating.
Yeah, because there's a lot of distractions and a lot of things going on in your life. And yeah. I have to tell you about my trip to Delhi, because I went to the Taj Mahal.
Amazing.
It was like so the whole thing was kind of crazy, because I like got to my hotel at 10:30 p.m. and then my pickup time was 2:30 a.m. because I wanted to be at the Taj Mahal for sunrise. And so I pretty much just like slept in the backseat of the car the whole ride there.
How long's the journey?
It's a 4-hour drive.
Oh my God, I had no idea.
Yeah, it's not close to Delhi. So, but then at one point, like, the driver like stopped halfway and he's like, "Hey, let's go get some tea and stuff." And I was like, no, just leave me here. And he's like, "No, the car's too hot." And I was like, "Crack the window." And he's like, "Just come and get some tea." And I was like, "I'm not leaving this back seat. Go and get your tea. Do what you need to do. I will be sleeping here." So,
Oh my God, I can
slept-
totally imagine your face.
Oh my God. Yeah. I was like, what? So we like pull, he's like, "Okay, we're going to be there in 10 minutes. So I quickly like changed. I was kind of wearing something similar to this. And I like changed into my like blue, like 2-piece dress that I had got just for the
Jessie got a
pictures.
special outfit.
I
for
did.
this. It was beautiful.
Just for the pictures, and it looks so good next to like the Taj Mahal. It's so nice. But yeah, and I think when he looked in the back seat, he was like, "Whoa!" Like, she had a major like a 5-minute glow up.
Who is this?
Yeah,
He probably thought it was a different person.
yeah,
You know,
for sure.
how they can't tell the difference between like what white people look like. We all look the same.
Yeah, it's like, is that the same girl? But when you walk into the Taj Mahal, it is stunning. Like, it is the most beautiful place, and I can't believe that something like that exists. And it's very rare that I go to a place that's like breathtakingly beautiful, but it was so magical. I loved it.
There must be. It's marble, right? I think it's made out of like the whole thing's made out of marble,
It's
which is why
And it's all like hand carved and hand painted. It took 22 years to build this thing. The story's kind of fucked up though, because he built
Yeah.
it for he had 3 wives and he built this for his favorite one. And then
Sucker.
there there are gates on each side that like go into the Taj Mahal. But the structure is cool because it's all like on one center axis, like one center line. Um, yeah,
I
it was
thought, I didn't know he had 3 wives. I always had the story that it was like his wife and then she died. And so he built this shrine.
no. So he was building it and then she died. Yeah,
Maybe she was murdered by the other 2 wives.
I did not ask.
Maybe they were jealous. Maybe they wanted to live in that house.
Yeah, maybe they're like, that's my house, bitch.
We need CSI to come in and investigate.
For sure. But it was really beautiful. And they took the stones in like the carvings and the paintings and stuff are from like all over the world. Like they're from Italy and from Africa and from Sri Lanka. And it is really cool. Like there's this one like lotus flower that they have, and it took like over 60 stones just to make one flower, and they're literally everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It was really cool.
I wish they made stuff like that now.
I know, and they're just erect, shitty buildings that are ugly.
Yeah. Yeah. What about that swimming pool in London? Apparently that's like on the roof and everyone's like, how are they going to get in?
Yeah, how are they getting in there? Like that's what
I don't believe it. I think it's fake news.
Really?
No way. Yeah.
I think that there's a staircase off the back,
Maybe.
but like also like, do they have nets and things just in case? It's probably got to be like Marina Bay, where just in case
Health and safety could never.
Yeah,
Especially in England.
I know. Yeah, I don't know. But it's interesting. If it is real, we should go.
I need at least like a bottle of champagne before I'm going up there.
For sure. And then she's drunkily goes up the steps and falls off the side.
Oh my God, no. I keep seeing all these things about people like falling off waterfalls and volcanoes and cliffs because they're trying to get selfies. It's happening a lot lately.
Don't do that. Like, don't get close to the edge and try to take a selfie.
No, and then the worst thing, it's all on video because people were like filming themselves.
But then how do they get who has their phone then?
Like they put up a tripod.
Oh.
Or like someone else is filming and then in the background you just see someone fall down a cliff.
Oh my
Isn't that
God.
crazy?
That's so bad. Yeah.
It's not worth it, guys.
It's not worth it. Don't be that person. Don't do it.
Don't be that person.
Don't be that person.
But I'm glad Delhi was good. No Delhi belly.
No Delhi belly. I mean, Delhi wasn't great, actually. It's kind of a shit show.
Oh, yeah. The whole organizing.
Yeah, this is how it
Side of
goes
it.
when I go to India. Like, you just never know, like, what you're going to get. And this was, out of my 3 India trips, I think Delhi was probably the worst one.
Yeah.
Just
And you were like,
frustrating.
at the end of it, you were like over it as well.
Yeah. Oh my God. Do you know what I accidentally did? Because they were like, "Oh, your flight's at 9:50," and I looked and I was like, "No, it's 8:50," because it was like what we call military time. It's like 24-hour
Jesse
time.
doesn't know for military time.
And then I was like, "No, it's 8:50," and then so I left, the class like an hour early to get to the airport for this, and then as I was like sitting in the restaurant, like looking. I was doing my work and then I like had a beer and then I was like, holy shit, my flight is at 9:50. Like I just, for whatever reason, couldn't compute like
2,100 hours to 2,100 hours.
I couldn't do it. I was doing it completely wrong. And I was like, no, it's 8:50 because I usually like subtract 2. Like if it's if it's like 21, then it goes like 10:09.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
That's an
or if
interesting way to
it's
do it.
20, then I subtract 2. And I changed the 20 to a 10. Like, I don't know why my brain works this way. I changed the 20 to a 10 and then subtract 2, and then I usually get it.
Go on,
But
math.
yeah, well, I totally fucked that up, didn't I? But no one seemed to care. Everyone was like, yeah, go. It's okay. Go ahead. And I'm like, okay, bye. But
See ya. I get an extra hour to drink an airport wine in the airport.
Yeah, so then I did, and then I got on the plane and totally passed out. I was so tired.
So lucky.
Yeah.
I always get confused with 1400 hours and 1600 hours. I always get them like confused. I don't know why.
So 1400 will be 2.
2. But I always don't know if it's 4 or 6. I don't know. Why?
Yeah.
Why? We don't need military time anymore,
No,
people.
we don't. Why do we have it? What's the
Why
point?
do we have it?
Why is this better?
Who invented it? Definitely a man.
Yeah. Well, I think because of it relieves confusion of the AM and PM situation.
From AM to PM.
What's that song?
AM to PM.
Oh yeah, I
Samantha,
remember.
Samantha Mumba.
Yeah, I
Is it?
do.
Somebody hit the lights. Oh no, it's not Samantha Mumba. It's somebody hit the lights so we can rock it day and night.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Oh my God, what's her name?
From AM to PM.
It'll hit me. I'll remember.
Okay. Speaking of new music, are we going to talk about Post Malone's country album that came out 2 days ago?
Of course we are, because we love Posty Malone.
We do. It is so good. Like, he's like collabed with
Loads of people.
Dolly Parton, Hank Williams, Morgan Wallens, Blake Shelton. So I was playing this like country playlist, and I just started from the top, and that song was like on the top. And my teenager was like, I have heard this song so much this weekend, like dead serious. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah, because you keep playing it over and over. And I was like, do I?
Yeah, when I was there, you were playing it. We were playing it in the car.
I just kept like starting over this playlist, and
That's really funny.
Yeah.
My kids are the same with me in Chapel Road now. They like roll their eyes. They're like, oh, not again.
Not Red Wine Supernova.
But
Good luck, babe.
good luck, babe. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars also have a single that just came out yesterday. I haven't heard it yet.
Okay, I
But
didn't
I
listen.
like them.
Yeah. Lady Gaga, I don't know though. She's kind of does some weird stuff. Remember when she like went to that party and they were like eating a cake that looked like a dead human?
No?
Yeah,
What?
she does
I
weird.
never saw that.
She does weird shit.
Yeah, well, like all the conspiracy theorists are like, her videos are always like signaling to the devil, you know?
Do you think people can actually sell their soul to the devil?
That is a really good question. I think not the actual like God, hell, heaven, earth devil, but there's obviously a devil on earth that has the power to make people very rich and famous.
Yeah, like bad energy person.
Like a person that has all the power.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very easy to go down that rabbit hole on Instagram.
I saw this one clip about this guy was talking about it, and he goes, there was this rapper, and this rapper was in jail, and then you just heard the rapper like on the phone, and he was chanting like this satanic chant to someone or something, and when he got out of jail he became really famous.
Interesting. And they say you also then have to swap someone's life. So like all these famous people, like their mothers die or something happens, like you have to like swap a life for a life. That's what they say too.
Weird. I didn't know
so like
that.
Kanye West and like someone always has like a family member die. And they all say Katy Perry's like a lizard woman. Have you seen those conspiracies?
A reptilian?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Interesting. Have they is there video of her like shape-shifting?
Yeah, something in her neck or I don't know.
Ew.
But they take one little clip, right? And then they're like replay it over and over again, all these conspiracies. So you're like, could just be a weird angle. But remember when Beyonce was pregnant and she sat down for that interview and her belly like folded in? Do you remember that conspiracy? That was crazy.
What was that?
Like they were saying she wasn't really pregnant. She was just wearing a fake bump. Because I mean, these celebrities can get surrogates.
Yeah, for sure. And
Yeah.
a lot of them do, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
But no, she sat down. She was wearing a dress. She sat down, and like the whole thing kind of just folded in. I'll find the clip.
Oh my God, I gotta see it. I gotta see it.
On Sunday Night HD, there's been a whole new wave of people saying what must have been a fake baby bump visually collapsed as she sat down. I admit, that did look weird. Fake baby bump visually collapsed as she sat down.
There's so much stuff on the internet.
We need to, you know what we need to do? We need to detox again. I think it's time, Jessie. And we need to go back to our Nokias.
Okay.
No?
How will we update our Instagram? Or do we just do it?
Anything? You do it on your laptop and you make a conscious effort to sit down and you do that work and then you're done.
Okay.
Because I don't know about you, but I'm like, I can just see I'm getting worse and worse. I'm just on my phone.
Yeah, same. But I'm pretty good like around the kids. Like I'll put it away and like be done with it. But yeah. I mean, hey, I'm up for a challenge. If you want to do it, we could do it.
Yeah, a few years ago, me and Jessie decided we were going to like go old school 90s style, and we bought like Nokia flip phones that don't even have... They had WhatsApp, and that was it, right?
No, there was no WhatsApp.
It did. It had WhatsApp.
No, mine didn't have WhatsApp. That crappy phone? No, because
Yeah, but it just took so long to like message because you had to do like A, B, C, and you had to do that every time. But it definitely had WhatsApp. You couldn't do calls.
I think mine, I had to text message, and my friend Sasha would get so pissed because she's like, I just need to talk to you, and you're on that fucking shitty phone. And I'm like, it's a challenge. Like she was more frustrated with it than I was, but
I would just get frustrated when you're trying to do something fast and you just can't because it's like such a slow phone. And also no Google Maps. I need Google Maps.
Also that.
But it was good. I thought it was a good challenge. We did it for a month, right?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe we could just delete the things off of our phones that we shouldn't be looking at. But that never works. But this is why
you start scrolling on something else. Like
for sure.
My husband deleted Instagram and he started going on LinkedIn more. Like you just end up replacing one addiction with another.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I got rid of Facebook on my phone, because I'm like, this is such a waste of fucking time.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be on Facebook, and so now my poison is Instagram.
And I just see things that I just don't need to see.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just depressing. TikTok's worse though. I don't even do that anymore. Like there is no point going on TikTok.
Yeah, same. I don't go on TikTok. You always send me TikToks and I'm like, this is like, I don't like this.
This is what's happening. Well, there's some crazy new moon with Saturn and something conjunct.
Dude, okay, so
exciting times.
Can we talk about, okay, so the full moon's on August 19th. People are acting crazy in the salon. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, we get, I see and touch a fair amount of people, and one girl came in and she was like, I've had the worst morning and my daughter left her backpack at the bus stop and I started crying in front of the teacher. And I'm like, it's okay. Like we've all done it. Like, don't worry. And she's like, I was just yelling at my daughter because I was just trying to be empathetic because sometimes we're not our best mom selves. Right.
For sure.
And then after she does the appointment, she's like, thank you so much. I was having the worst morning. It was started off so horribly. I'm so happy that I got my hair done. And like, thank you. Like, okay, great. Another girl comes in, do her hair exactly the same, just add a few more like lowlights, which isn't that big of a difference. And she's like, I don't like it. And I was so confused. I was like, wait, what? where do I run right now? Like, how do I get out of this? But then I said, okay, look, I don't have time to fix it right now, but just come in tomorrow morning at 9 and I will take care of everything. Like, I'll add some more like blonde or whatever. And then she goes home and is like, actually, I like looked in my mirror and I started playing around with it and I actually really love it. Thank you. And I'm like, that is so stressful.
Yeah.
It's so stressful.
It's just this like knee jerk reaction. But it is, they're saying tensions are going to run high. There's going to be a lot of emotions, a lot of conflict. That's what this moon's bringing, apparently.
Okay. It was
So everyone stay in bed and read your books.
because and also we were like, whoa, she is not acting like herself. Like, and then, but then one of my other girls who was like helping me with blow dry, and she's like, I think what happened is she was just so committed to not liking it and she couldn't like take it back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because
the mind is a very powerful thing.
Yeah. And she got home and was like, actually, it looks really cute. Thanks. I'm sure her husband and her friends were like, what are you talking about? Like, your hair looks really nice.
Yeah. The worst is when they love their hair, and then when they go home, their husband says they don't like it.
I know.
And then they call you and they're like, oh, my husband doesn't like my hair. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, your husband doesn't like your hair? Do you like your hair?
Yeah. And then you have to be like, well, okay, I can change it for you, but you're going to have to pay for it because like I've done what you had asked me to do. And because your husband doesn't like it, that's like.
Maybe you should get a new husband.
Yeah, that's probably.
Change your husband, not your hair.
I feel like, yes, that should be on a meme somewhere. Change your husband, not your hair.
Not your hair.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a beautician, not a magician.
Yep. I also had this guy come in and it was his first time, and he like the email like subject was like long male hairstyling. And I was like, okay, you know, like he spent 25 minutes talking to me about everything he does to his hair, how he's worn his hair in the past, what his friends think about his hair, what he thinks about his hair. And then I just had to stop him at one point and I said, okay, what are the goals for today?
I don't need your life story.
Like, oh, yeah. And then he's talking about, oh, yeah, well, I was having a midlife crisis. And so funny thing about this guy is I've totally matched with him before on dating apps. But I never followed through because I was like, his pictures aren't great. Like,
run. Oh my God, you told him his pictures aren't great. He probably takes pride in how he looks the most.
So I almost like after I was done doing his hair, I wanted to be like, hey, let me just like take some pictures of you for your like Bumble profile. Like, can you just like walk this way and tuck your hair? But he like, no kidding, like flat irons his hair. And like, I mean, he's got a very extensive hair routine. And then he's like, the bottom's curly and the top's straight. But I don't
How long is his hair?
It's like to his shoulders. And it's like thin. And he's like the other guy that was doing it had thinned it out so much that now it's just like.
Oh no, red flag.
Yeah, I was like, you can't thin it out this much. If you thin it out, it's just going to grow in and look really straggly. Like you need to like, so I ended up doing his hair and it took a really long time actually. Cause I'm just like, oh my God.
I hope you charged him loads of money.
I charged appropriately.
Yes.
For
Good.
the
I
session.
think if a guy has longer hair than me, I just couldn't do that.
I would never. No,
Yeah.
I mean, it would. I guess it depends. Like if it was
like, I don't have a problem with someone with long hair, but I just think it's weird if your partner has longer hair than you.
Yeah, I was like, why don't you like take it down? Like, you know, like you could take it off half and it'd still be long enough to pull back, but it'd look like more like Italian instead of like
masculine, not feminine.
I mean, he still looks like a man, but I'm like, oh, the style is just not great. I said, let's try this. And then next time, if you want to, we'll just take it right down. He's like, okay. But yeah, I feel like a shorter style would be better. But I don't have people coming in like that often. And I think it's because of the
moon.
I think it's because of the moon.
Yeah, I guess in the salon, you can kind of see as a collective, like people coming in, everyone's going through.
For sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, well, touch wood, but I feel like this moon hasn't affected me as much. I've just been having crazy dreams again.
Me
which
too.
always seems to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're like, is this dream trying to tell me something, or am I just dreaming? Which one is it?
Yeah. The dream
is
I
it
had
anxiety or is it intuition? That's a fun game to play.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Which one is it? Who knows?
Which one is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, but I hope everyone takes care with the full moon coming. It's a doozy.
Take it easy, rest up, stay home.
Go to
and
a
read
beach.
Faerie Smut.
Yeah. Yeah. Go to a beach in Thailand. Write it out.
Actually, speaking of long hair, all these guys in the fairy realm all have long hair, apparently. Maybe I could get on board with that if he's a fairy or a high lord.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean,
don't think so.
like if it was enhancing your features in some way or, you know,
Yeah.
but this guy, he just like, that wasn't my vibe. Like I know why we didn't continue like chatting on dating apps because that's just not my thing.
It's not my vibe.
Not my vibe. Not my vibe.
By the way, guys, the people are still stuck in space. Just, public service announcement. They're still stuck in space.
We need to get them out of space.
Why is no one talking about it?
I know it is.
It's like maybe they're already dead. Maybe it's a cover up, like that underwater thing, the submarine with the millionaires.
Oh, no, because they're communicating, aren't they?
Going, help! I just want to go home.
Yeah.
Let me out.
Yeah. So the latest reports are saying that they're probably going to be there until the end of the year, at least. I know.
No.
Guys.
I thought Elon was going to come and save them.
Is he with his SpaceX?
That's what I read. Yeah. He was going to come and save the day. I don't think they want him to because it will make them look bad.
Yeah, it'll make Elon like excel higher than NASA, right?
Yeah.
And Elon's SpaceX has only been around for a few years, whereas NASA's been going for 100.
I don't know where we are anymore.
Yes.
Everything is 10 years ago, 20 years ago to me, it's like 90s. And that's not true.
I know.
So probably has been 100.
There was this girl in my class in Delhi, and I was like, I've been doing hair for 22 years, maybe a little bit more. And she goes, whoa, I'm 24. And I was like, so am I though. Like, wait,
Same.
what? Yeah, same. I am. And then I'm like, wait, but you're not, Jesse.
There are kids like 2000, when they turn 18, it's like 2004 or something, 2005 on their ID. Doesn't that blow your mind?
Wait, what? I don't get it.
So like kids that are turning 18 this year were born in
2006.
6.
We can do the maths.
I can't do the maths.
Wait, no.
So my son was born in 2009 and he's turning 15.
Yes.
So
2006.
beep, 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 boop.
Oh my God, I can't believe you have an almost 15-year-old. That's wild.
I know. But it's just crazy.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying this age though.
Yeah, same. Like I like having a teenager. He's funny.
He's mellowed out.
Has he?
He's
Good.
mellowed out, yeah. I think the crazy part for boys is like 12, 13, 14.
Okay.
He seems to have, it's nice. I'm getting hugs again.
Oh my God.
I know.
So happy for you.
And the other day, I walked up next to him and held his hand, and then I just was like waiting for him to be like, "Get off me!" But he's obviously distracted, and then so I just kind of silently was like, "How long can I hold his hand for?" And then he was like, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?" I was like, "Yeah."
Ew,
I tried.
Mom.
I'm just like this weird psycho girlfriend. Like, just give me attention.
Yeah, you just walk up and hold his hand. That's so creepy.
I just got to try and get as much love as I can.
Yeah,
and he won't give it to me unless I'm like stealthy about it. Like the other day, I came up and gave him a hug, and then I gave him a kiss, and he was like, "Ew, get off me! What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I tried."
But he likes it. I know he's
Maybe
doing that, but he likes it. I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I just feel like when they're boys, when they're little, they're so like affectionate. And like he was just constantly on me. And my
Yeah.
friend came around and she has a daughter and a son. And she said, yeah, like my son is my shadow. He just doesn't leave me alone. So it's just hard, you know, if you're a boy mom.
It's hard. I wouldn't
It's
know.
hard out there.
I got both the girls, but they're very sweet and cuddly with me too. Like
That's
we give
nice.
hugs and kisses a couple times a day, which is nice. Like morning and
is really
night at
nice.
least. Yeah.
I only want cuddles from my kids.
I know. Yeah.
Don't
you
think
wanna
about
cuddle
cuddling
from-
me otherwise.
Don't. Yeah. Don't do it. Like get on your side of the bed. I don't like it.
I feel like as I've gotten older, like I feel like I used to love cuddling when I was like, I used to like lie on their chest and be like, oh, this
Oh,
is nice.
I know, in this awkward position and then your neck
Yeah.
hurts and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
I'm like, we're done here.
But also
Thank you.
like I also think like what if I'm spooning when I'm sleeping and I'm the little spoon and then I accidentally fart or something and then I'm like just farted on someone.
Yeah, that would be awkward if it was like a date.
Yeah. Or like second date or third date in a year. Oh my god.
You have to keep us updated on Tennis Guy.
Oh, I will. You know I will.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining this crazy ride.
Thank you for listening. And we will see you next week. And maybe the astronauts will still be stuck in space. They probably will.
Definitely. They definitely will be.
Take it easy this week. And yeah, thanks, guys. Goodbye.
Thanks. Bye.
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 Bye.